Hello, I am Ashutosh Tirak and I am recording this video after a long time because I was curious after I was in fact sad after listening so many viewers saying that make video in Hindi. So I was a little bit not feeling good. But then I was tracking all these things and then now I am having some interesting news about Jet Airways and Mindtree. Uh, some are good, some are bad. So let's start from right now's breaking news. Jet Airways is ready to cancel their all type of flights. I think 2-3 months before, Jet Airways was having more than 100 aeroplanes, but right now they are flying with I think 6 or 7. And from tonight, Jet Airways declared that they are not going to take any type of flights. They are cancelling their operations, and this is a very big news. Finish. This happened even when there are lenders are trying, like SBI, PNB are trying to keep this airlines afloat with 26 aeroplanes, but that is also not looking good as lenders denied to pay I think 1,500 crore rupee extra. Yes, because Naresh Goyal kicked that fate for I think 4 or 5 months. He make it late, and so the value of this airline, value of this asset is destroyed. Even still today, though there is some value, but large part of value is destroyed after the destruction of sufficient huge time and eroding the value, and your competitors are now looking sufficient good, and SpiceJet is doing everything to hire the employees and leasing or taking, uh, you can say hire also, use that word for even the planes, because the people who are giving their aeroplanes on hire, they are also going to SpiceJet, and SpiceJet emerged as one of the big winner. But Jet Airways is not only an domestic flight. Jet Airways is keeping one sufficient good stake for international market. What I was listening, I think around on Economic Times and some another newspapers, what they were talking, it's per kilometer per passenger stake of Jet Airways in international market is sufficient high. You can't ignore. So when this stake is wiped out, at that point, how can you fill this emptiness? Who will be there? Etihad? Maybe. Delta Airlines? Maybe. Who will be there? Around 8,000 crore amount, I think that is a debt and some other things, but I am listening around 3,500 crore rupee Jet Airways is supposed to pay to their customers because they cancelled their flights. That is an extra liability this company generated because they can start cancelling their flights. What will happen for that? That is a big issue, and I was searching who are the suitors for this asset. TPG Capital, one big, private equity company, yes, they are very much interested, and private equities are very much right person to buy. Indigo Partners, yes, one person which handle Indigo, and if Indigo bought this, if Indigo will buy this, this is very good for them, as this will make them sufficient monopoly, sufficient closer to monopoly. Uh, CCI, I don't know what will say about it, but let's see. Etihad Airways, question mark on this. Even though they are in race, I am making question mark on this existence. And then NIIF, government state owned fund, National Infrastructure Investment Fund. This is also in race, and they are also expected to bid. Let's see. But more interesting news is all about another company, L&T and Mindtree. I am recording this video on 17 April because one reason I decided today, as 16 April marked one very important day. And in the word of Bloomberg Quint, the end of working hours on April 16 also marked the end of one big potential threat to Larsen and Toubro Limited 10,700 crore acquisition of Mindtree Limited. What is this? As per SEBI rule, say I am acquiring another company and I am coming up with open offer. Say I acquired company A with first acquisition of 30% stake. So now I am supposed to came up with a open offer for 26% to give option to other peoples to leave this company if they are interested. SEBI is keeping some day or timeline for some another peoples if they are interested to also bid. Like I am interested in company A, but someone else is also interested in company A, so they are also bidding. Like White Knight, you can say. 16 April was that one day, and Bloomberg Quint give one very interesting schedule, tentative schedule. Issue of public announcement is on March 18. They declare that they are interested, and publication of this DPS in newspaper came on March 26. Filing of the draft letter of offer with SEBI that came on 2 of April 2019, and last date for public announcement for competing offer, that is April 16, 2019. Nothing happened, and I was thinking that nothing will happen because the promoters are not doing what is needed and they are not taking the right steps. They are only talking and shouting, sharing marks, talking and abusing, tweeting towards L&T, questioning them why you are doing this. You can do your business. But L&T Mindtree promoters are, I think they supposed to accept it, that your stake is very close to 13%. VG Siddhartha bit by bit accumulated around 20% stake. You never ring fenced it, you never fenced it, you never increase your stake by keeping your faith on VG Siddhartha. Even though you understood, you realized that debt is a sufficient big issue for his company, so he may think to sell. You never do anything. So why you are going against? And if you really want to save it, why you are not going to, barring private equity, which recently I think acquired, or they are coming up with uh, open offer with, I think, NIT Tech. What is happening? Why you are not doing what you are thinking? You are giving dividend, you are doing buyback. Why? What will happen with the buyback? Will VG Siddhartha enter with the buyback? No. VG Siddhartha holding more stake in your company than you. So assume 100 shares, VG Siddhartha holding 20 shares, promoters holding 13 shares, round figure. You remove 20 shares. So right now, VG Siddhartha holding 20 shares out of 80. You are holding 13 shares out of 80. VG Siddhartha holding 25%. That is definitely more than your percentage. Why you are doing this? Why you are not talking? I think KKR was also interested. What are they doing? Are they really talking with biggest shareholders? 10% plus 13% that came around, let's say 11 plus 13, that makes it 24% around. L&T is having sufficient huge cash with them, so they can just go to open market and tell this brokerage that punch this order at 980 rupee per share. And while talking this, Mindtree share price is sufficient lower than 980 rupees. So acquiring Mindtree shares at that price is not a big task. L&T can easily acquire, or I am damn sure that someone else is acquiring that shares for L&T, and he will sell at some average point which is very close to 980. What will happen? You lose your company. You lose your company. Either declare, either make some tie-up, or do something. Search a white knight, talk with L&T, give them green mail, or start eating. The L&T is a difficult thing because size of L&T is sufficient huge. But one thing in L&T, this offer two things. Market will take this open offer from L&T bad for L&T itself, because L&T declare they wanted to make their ROE around 18 till 2021, financial year 2021. Their target is to make their ROE above 15, and now that is not looking easy. Yes, there is cash on balance sheet, there is cash and cash equivalents. Why L&T is not paying their debt? Asset heavy, okay. Another question is, the culture of Mindtree and L&T Infotech is completely different. What I am listening, how can you handle the churning of employees? What will happen if large part of Mindtree employees will leave this company? You can't handle. But the biggest thing is, what will happen if customers of Mindtree will leave? Because they choose Mindtree, they never choose you, even though you are also holding the capacity to give them nearly similar services. Nothing. Nothing. What about shareholders? Shareholders invested in Mindtree and not in L&T Infotech and L&T Technologies. I believe that Indian capital market is maturing, but right now we are at a very difficult level to handle such issue, and so this is all mess. Though it is very interesting. I am tracking this case only as a student of capital market, and I throw it out from which side I am and to whom I am supporting. No, I am not supporting anyone. I am a student of capital market and I am watching it finish. Thank you for watching it.